Hi, my name is Jennifer Diebold, and I'm a truth seeker. I found out in third grade that I'm a borderline genius and borderline ESP. I was the only one out of my grade level at the school. But going within, when we awaken, we all have those gifts, and that level of intelligence. We're all gifted in that area. Um, And so I'm a truth seeker. I decided to do that with those gifts. And I decided this in past lives also. But that was the turning point in this life when I decided the biggest purpose of my life was to be a truth seeker. Amongst the other purposes, just one of the greatest. And today's message is about pain. And some say that the Creator or God, whichever word you prefer, really gives us too much pain to handle sometimes. And the truth be known that we are co-creators of our own lives, but we're responsible for the experiences that we chose, what we wanted to go through, what events we wanted in our lives. We wrote these in the Akashic Library before we came into this life. So it's not really the God or the Creator that gives us too much to handle sometimes. It's really us, whether we remember this or not at the time. And if you just keep going in within yourself, tune into yourself, and keep digging and digging and digging further, you may remember some of this as you awaken. Well, you'll start to remember some of the experiences that you wrote, that you chose to really go through. And pain is sometimes good for spiritual growth. It is good to learn lessons this way. It's good to learn a lot this way. And I chose a lot of painful experiences for my spiritual growth, to spur on awakenings, and to share what I've learned with others as well. But mainly for myself, so that I can heal with the spiritual growth and awaken the collective, and so that the collective could heal if they choose to. There's always free will. For example, I chose. Here's what the experience was like. I was up in the universe before I was born, and the Creator and His wife were off in the distance. I didn't see them, but I could hear their voices, and I was gazing at Mother Earth with all the beautiful lights of the first wave light workers, and I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I want to do that too. And I was granted to be a second wave light worker that I am. And a painful experience that I chose was to choose the two family lineages that I come from. Because there's a lot of trauma in those two lineages. And I knew that it would probably be passed on to me, and I would be able to experience a lot of the traumas, go through a lot of those experiences, and really spur on a lot to heal me, to heal those going forward if I was to heal in time, if not, those going forward when they're born in the future, and if there's free will, but going back, if they chose to want to heal as well, they could heal as well from learning from what I've learned for myself. And that heals the collective that is experiencing the same trauma as those who choose to. So that's an example of some of the painful experiences that I chose to go through. And pain is just like, it's such a catalyst for just learning so many things and really getting further ahead. And another experience that I chose was about my near-death car accident, and I left a video below in this channel about my near-death car accident. And I just remember in the life review, they said, no, she's not ready yet. I remember hearing that. And they said that there's a lot more experiences that I'm still to face. And so, not just that, but just the accumulation of everything that I had really chosen. I think I chose just about anything that I could think of to experience, that I could really learn a lot as a truth seeker and as a student of life. I believe for my education and for a lot of spiritual soul truth seekers out there, we choose the school of life, and we learn a lot more by going through these experiences than what we really learn in a formal type of education. And everybody has their own purpose. So, what's good for those who need the formal education for their purpose is great, and School of Life for being truth seekers and sharing our experiences and being speakers and sharing the truth out there is a better education for us. For me, I've always said that it's a ton of life research and a bit of education. I have an associate's degree, so I wanted to see what it would be like, and I realized that I would rather do this instead. And I'm also an author, so I wanted to write the book instead. And this is my spiritual path. And I hope that this message really can shine the light on how we are creators of our own life. And we co-create, because he'll only let us get so far, but he lets us really dive deep if we really want to dive deep. And so I hope that you'll click the like button. I hope that you'll comment. I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope that you will comment. Oh, I mentioned that. I hope that you'll share it out. And I'll leave a link for my Facebook profile in the description box, and 2 links for my book, The Journey to Enlightenment, Transcending Dark Nights of the Soul, in the description box as well, one for Kindle and one for paperback. And it's the perfect time to purchase and read the book, because we're going through the dark night of the soul with the collective right now, with everything turning over, so that we can anchor more and more light for New Earth that is we're building the foundation for right now as we speak. And so I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, no matter where you're at. One love, peace, and hugs.